Hello, good morning. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Thursday, September 4th, 2025. I won't be going live today. I have emergency sessions I have to do with two private clients. So I'll miss you guys. I'll miss you, but I'll be back next Thursday. So this is the health reading for Krasnov, Agent Chaos Krasnov, for Thursday, September 4th, 2025. What is the truth about... Oh, wow, that's never happened. Okay. The truth about his health. There. Ooh. We get this card so often. So, the Five of Cups reversed is our card for prostate cancer, colon cancer, bladder cancer. And the other part that looks like his mouth. Yeah. Okay. His big challenge for the day regarding that, with the Seven of Pentacles, is coming through reversed. Well, also neck problems. How does the neck... Well, maybe it has to do with some problem with his jaw. I mean, it can be a TMJ sometimes. You know, the grinding your teeth at night, things like that. It's also a card for obsessive compulsive disorders, but primarily, you know, it rules the neck and the jaw. I mean, at some point, the way I do see him going out is having surgery that leaves him incapacitated and unable to speak, but he doesn't go out because of the surgery, but it leaves him incapacitated afterwards. Yeah. But this is interesting to have two reversals right here. So the force is in motion for the whole day. I mean, he's got problems down south that are really bugging him. And maybe he's obsessing over it because it's so uncomfortable. Wouldn't that be, just the most ironic thing, right? Somebody who's been a sexual predator all their lives to, Okay. First thing in the morning with the Nine of Wands coming through upright. Well, it's one of those cards about feeling better soon, usually, but it's there. He's having trouble with his, I think, his long-term goals. So anyway. Yeah, and then with the Ten of Pentacles, it's genetic. So, you know what? Maybe a lot of times we can just look at the cards, at the artwork, and notice that like he's looking out to the past and like, oh man, and we have to remember his father did die from Alzheimer's. Well, I think on the death certificate it had something to do with pneumonia as well. But anyway, a side effect, right, of something. So, but we know he did have Alzheimer's for about 13 years or so before he finally, fell off the mortal coil. But anyway, with the Ten of Pentacles in the realm of health, this is the best health care possible that someone can get, but he's still beaten up. in the morning anyway. Midday, we've got the 2 of Pentacles reversed and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, he's overwhelmed with, it's too much. Overwhelmed by life, living in his own body. But anyhow, 2 of Pentacles, when it comes to the reverse position, when we're looking at health, this is swollen joints and a sore throat. It could be arthritis. Maybe this is just waking up with because Saturn and Taurus. Yes, it's possible that he has a sore throat. I'm not going to say what for him, but whatever. Okay. Oh, catch my drift. 10 of Wands, and please don't put it in the comments with too much don't get me in trouble. Well, any more than I already get myself in trouble. I'm already there. 10 of Wands, when it comes to the health, it rules the joints and with Saturn, and then it's kind of like mixing Saturn and Jupiter together with Saturn and Sag. So it can be excessive load on his joints, excessive load on his blood pressure, joints, osteoporosis. He does not have that. Trying to remember what else with this card. I think he's just overwhelmed with too many. Well, with the Sag connotation there, we're definitely in the liver department. Liver, gout, high blood pressure, all that. Maybe he's having a hard time just balancing the load of life living in his body. We could simply leave it at that. The 10 of Cups reversed. Let's see. 10 of Cups and then the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so 10 of Cups reversed is because it's Mars in Pisces, brings through sometimes an unexpected surgery. At the very least, this is that, nutritional deficiency card, or getting bad health advice sometimes. When it comes to the 8 of Pentacles, it's not reverse. Reverse would be my diverticulitis card, but we're still in that area of managing diverticulitis and diarrhea, IBS, ulcers, constipation. It's our card for the whole digestive system, because we know he's not working. But I think this is trying to say, like, his body's just not working anymore. And then we have the 8 of Cups reversed and the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, 8 of Cups reversed. Now we have not only Mars in Pisces up here, but Saturn in Pisces. So with the 8 of Cups, of course, this is one of our eclipse cards. But when it comes through reversed, this is the lymphatic system not flowing. This has to do with tumors and addictions. So these cards go together. Now these are with timing. These are the late night, like evening and then late night. So he's having lymphatic problems in the middle of the night. And then with the 3 of Cups reversed, this is depression. It's overindulgence. Maybe he gets up in the middle of the night to get some ice cream or something, and who knows, maybe his stomach is really bothering him, so he gets up and because that's the thing, when you have dementia, you might forget and maybe it's a liquid drug. It could be that. But you when you have dementia and Alzheimer's, you would forget whether or not you had taken certain drugs. You might forget that you have always said you don't drink. Might forget that you're actually an alcoholic and you go for the booze. I don't know. Let's see what's at the bottom of the day. Oh boy. 9 of Swords reversed. So for the entire day, I'm thinking he's going through a hellish, like the hell realm of his body. His genetic issues, stomach issues with the Chariot, and with the 9 of Swords reversed, possibly a migraine. I would think that he's not going to get a nap and in nighttime it's not going to go well. He's not going to sleep. Yeah. But this card is, he doesn't seem to be severely depressed like I would normally say with this card, but it's possible that because of his drug use, to just get him up and going, to do what he wants to do. It's still, I think he has some cancers, literally cancers and tumors, and it's painful at night, and he's living through this hell realm of living in his own body. And maybe this is falling, maybe he trips going down. His other reading for the day looked like he could definitely fall. And this one too, when the 9 of Swords comes through reverse, it's definitely one of my cards for tripping, going up or downstairs. A lot of people read it as like falling down a ladder. He's not climbing any ladders, but he does go up and down stairs a lot. Yeah. But anyway, tormented. He should be feeling the fact that he's going through the dark night of the soul, but he will always medicate himself out of whatever's going on. And that will be what brings him down eventually. So, and I think that might be what all these cups are over here. Somehow. There are so many drugs nowadays out there, and I'm sure that Elon Musk taught him, didn't Elon have like that, what he called it, like a tray of pills, so they had 20 different kinds of different things he could use? Some special K microdosing, maybe? I don't know, man. Okay, well, but I don't have the other cards for the day. You know what I'm talking about. But we can see where this is heading. So besides like looking like possibly a stroke someday, we're also, the continuing thing that I have always gotten has been possible cancers, and with the private parts, yeah. So, okay. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take good care as always. Bye.